On to one of our headline stories this evening. The Disaster Management Centre states that 13 persons have died owing to floods and landslides caused by the inclement weather. Our correspondents state that many areas are inundated following torrential rain in the past few days.
Polonnaruwa, Arlagangwila and Pimburattawa were inundated owing to heavy rains. Our correspondent noted that 2 boats were dispatched to rescue those trapped by the floods. Several villages and roads in Monragala were inundated owing to heavy rains. The doctors' quarters of the Sirigala District Hospital were also underwater. This is the manner in which the Bibila Budulu Gammana road was inundated. Gale force winds brought down a bow tree at the Lahugala Kirivehera Viharaya, damaging the temple and the Viharaya. Transport along the Ampara Kandy road was hampered owing to the Mangala Gamma Oya overflowing. The Polonnaruwa Batikalo road was also underwater, and the Sri Lanka Army took measures to provide transport to the locals in the area. Lowlands in Neragama and Ampara were also underwater. 10 spill gates of the Rajangane reservoir were opened by 5 feet each to release excess water. Meanwhile, the 2 spill gates of the Kalawava were opened 14 feet each. Heavy rains also resulted in the Haliala Kathawala road being inundated. Meanwhile, transportation along the Haliala Walimada road came to a standstill owing to boulders rolling onto the road and earth embankments collapsing onto the road. A father and his 2 sons were killed when they were buried by an earth embankment that collapsed on their house last night in Passara. The mother is currently employed abroad. Meanwhile, heavy rain also hampered day-to-day activities in the Hambantota district. The Batayatha area of the Colombo-Hambantota road went underwater. This was the manner in which the Vatia area in Angunukola Palassa was underwater. Lowlands in Suryawava and Mahagalvava were also underwater. This is the Ambulantota police station. The Paddy Research Institute in Hambantota was also affected by the floods. Meanwhile, 300 houses in the village of Siribopura, Salyapura and Hambantota South were also inundated. This is the manner in which the Katugastota area along the Kandy Matale road was inundated. Meanwhile, fallen trees disrupted transport along the Matale Rattota road. Line houses in the Ikoloy estate in Rattala were damaged by gushing waters. The Matale District Disaster Management Unit said that 6 persons have been reported missing.
Extreme weather has battered many parts of the island in the past few days. Our News First correspondents visited the most affected areas today.
Extreme weather has battered many parts of the island in the past few days. Our News First correspondents visited most of the affected areas today. Manjula Premaratna, who is in Matale right now, reports on the latest situation there.
I am currently at the Nikoloyawate estate in Rattura Matale. Several homes were washed away by this flash flood last night. Behind me there used to be a line housing scheme. The heavy rains last night caused a major rock slide and the houses were washed away in the flash flood. Area residents have told us that several residents of this line housing scheme are currently missing. I was able to see the army, police and officials from the divisional secretariat taking measures to rapidly evacuate people from the area. I must state that the Nikoloyawate estate continues to be a high risk area. We will continue to remain here to bring you the very latest.
We now cross over to Pradeep Gunawardana, who is in Dambulla for the very latest.
I am currently on the main road from Dambulla to Bakamuna, which has been completely inundated. As a result of the road being inundated, traffic has come to a complete standstill. This road was inundated as a result of the Yodala breaking its banks. Several other reservoirs and waterways are also overflowing. The sluice gates of the Kandalama tank have also been opened.
Ajanta Ratnayaka reports now from Kurunegala.
Day-to-day life in Kurunegala has come to a virtual standstill as a result of the prevailing extreme weather. We were also able to see how the flow of traffic has been disrupted on several main roads as a result of floodwaters. As a result of Yakkalla and Yaggapite on the Kurunegala-Dambulla main road being inundated, we witnessed severe congestion along the main road. Reports say that as a result of the Daduroy and other rivers and waterways overflowing, over 4,000 families have been displaced.
And for details of the situation down south, Rahul Samanta now joins us from Ambalantota.
As a result of the Waluwe River and other waterways overflowing with the heavy rains that battered the Hambantota district, over 1,500 families have been displaced. Several institutions such as the police station and the Paddy Research Institute in Ambalantota have been inundated as a result of the Waluwe River breaking its banks.
Now the following is a report on the areas that received the highest rainfall and the disaster situation.